You have been taught to fear the wrong thing. Society, culture, and our own biology have conditioned you to fear the end, to see death as the ultimate tragedy. But the universe doesn't operate on tragedy. It operates on cycles, on completion and transformation. The falling of a leaf is not a tragedy for the tree. It is a necessary release to prepare for new growth. Death is a natural completion. The real tragedy, the one that should stir a deep and urgent fire within you, is a life unlived. It's the silent theft of your potential, stolen not by an external force, but by an internal one. Hesitation. The true enemy of your becoming is the perpetual waiting for the perfect moment, waiting for more confidence, more money, more time, waiting for a sign from the universe. This waiting is a ghost state, a purgatory of potential where dreams go to die. It is the quiet poison of procrastination that numbs you into a state of comfortable stagnation. You are not afraid of dying. You are afraid of living. You are afraid of the raw, unpredictable, and magnificent power that comes with making a true decision and committing to it. This fear has convinced you that the risk of failure is greater than the guaranteed regret of inaction. And that is the most profound lie you have ever been told. The real void is not what comes after life. It's the empty space you leave in this life where your actions should have been. The universe is calling you to step into your power, but you keep hitting the snooze button, believing you have an infinite number of tomorrows. You don't. You only have now. The world you experience is not a fixed, solid reality happening to you. It is a field of infinite, shimmering possibilities, a quantum soup of potential. Ancient spiritual texts and modern quantum physics converge on this one astonishing truth. Consciousness is the creative force. The famous double-slit experiment demonstrated that particles exist in a state of all possibilities, a wave of potential, until they are observed. The moment of observation forces that wave to collapse into a single, definite particle in a single, definite location. You are the observer of your life. Your focused attention, your conscious choice, is the act of observation that collapses the infinite potential of the quantum field into the tangible experience you call your reality. When you remain in a state of indecision, of waiting and hesitating, you are refusing to be the observer. You are leaving your life in its waveform, a ghost state of maybes, could-haves, and should-haves. Nothing becomes real. Your dream career remains a fuzzy potential. That relationship remains an unfulfilled idea. Your health and vitality stay locked in a state of possibility. It is only through the power of a committed decision, followed by aligned action, that you reach into that field of energy and information and pull a specific reality into your experience. Action is the currency of this dimension. You cannot think your way into a new life. You must choose it. You must act it into existence. Every moment you spend in hesitation, you are abdicating your creative power, allowing your reality to be collapsed by default, by the observations of others, by the programming of your past, or by random chance. You are not a victim of circumstance. You are the powerful consciousness that chooses which circumstance to make real. Let's dismantle a common myth. Procrastination is not a passive state of laziness. It is an active, deliberate choice. It is the decision to choose the familiar comfort of your current reality over the perceived discomfort of growth. Your subconscious mind, the powerful engine that runs over 95% of your life, is not wired for your happiness or fulfillment. It is wired for one thing: survival. Based on your past experiences, it has created a catalog of what is safe and what is dangerous. Any new action, any step into the unknown, is flagged as a potential threat. The discomfort you feel when you think about making that sales call, starting that business, or having that difficult conversation is a biological response. Your brain releases stress hormones, creating a feeling of resistance. Procrastination is your mind's way of pulling you back from that perceived danger into the safety of the familiar. You are choosing to honor a fear program from your past over the possibility of your future. Every time you say, "I'll do it tomorrow," you are not just delaying a task. You are casting a vote for your old identity, You are reinforcing the neural pathways of avoidance. You are conditioning your body to be addicted to the chemical rush of relief that comes from backing down. This becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. You avoid the action, you feel a moment of comfort, and your brain says, "See? That was the right move. We avoided danger." This cycle becomes so ingrained that you forget it's a choice. It feels like who you are. "I'm just a procrastinator." That is not a statement of fact. It is a declaration of allegiance to your limitations. To change your life, you must become conscious of this choice in the moment it happens and intentionally choose the discomfort of action over the deceptive comfort of avoidance. The feeling of being ready is a phantom you will chase for the rest of your life if you make it a prerequisite for action. You are waiting for a state of being that can only be generated by the very action you are avoiding. Confidence is not something you have, it is something you create. Courage is not the absence of fear, it is the act of moving forward in the presence of fear. These are not prerequisites, they are results. They are the energetic residue of decisions and actions. You have been taught backward. You think you need to feel confident to start the business, but in reality, you must start the business to feel confident. You think you need to be brave to speak your truth, but you must speak your truth to become brave. The universe does not respond to your intentions, your hopes, or your vision boards alone. It responds to your energetic signature, your vibrational output, and that signature is determined by your embodied action. The most powerful thing you can do right now is to make a true decision. The word decide comes from the Latin decidere, which means to cut off. It means to cut off all other possibilities. No more, maybe. No more, I'll try. A true decision is a declaration to the quantum field that this one reality is the one you are collapsing into existence. When you make that decision, you don't need to know all the steps. You only need to know the first one. Take that step. The path will not appear before you. The path appears beneath your feet as you walk. This is the first principle of creation. Act first, and the feeling, the confidence, the readiness, it will all follow. You are an energetic being, a walking, talking antenna broadcasting a signal into the quantum field at every moment. This isn't just a spiritual metaphor, it's a physical reality. Your thoughts are electric impulses in your brain. Your emotions generate a magnetic field from your heart. Together, your thoughts and feelings create your electromagnetic signature, your state of being. This is the frequency you broadcast to the universe. When your thoughts, feelings, and most importantly, your actions are in alignment, your signal becomes coherent. It's like a laser beam, focused, powerful, and capable of influencing reality. You think about abundance, you feel worthy of it, and you take actions that reflect an abundant mindset, like investing in yourself or sharing your resources. This coherence creates a powerful resonance, a vibrational match that draws experiences and opportunities of the same frequency to you. This is the law of attraction in its true scientific form. It's not about just thinking positive thoughts. It's about achieving energetic coherence. Now consider what happens when you are in a state of hesitation or inaction. You say you want a new life, a new career, a new relationship. Your thoughts are pointed one way, but your feeling is fear, and your action is to remain exactly where you are. This creates an incoherent, scattered signal. It's like a weak radio station full of static. Your thought says yes, but your body, your actions, are screaming no. The universe receives this mixed message and reflects it back to you as a mixed, confusing, and frustrating reality. Nothing changes because your dominant broadcast, the one defined by your physical action or inaction, is one of stagnation. Affirmations are useless if your actions contradict them. You can stand in front of the mirror and say, "I am confident" 1,000 times, but if you then spend your day avoiding every single challenge, your body is broadcasting a far more powerful signal of fear. The universe doesn't listen to what you say. It responds to the energy you embody. To change your life, you must bring your actions into coherence with your desires. Your doing must match your wanting. When you do, You become a powerful creator. You stop hoping for a new reality and start broadcasting it into existence. Every time you face a challenge, an obstacle, or a moment of difficulty, your conditioned mind tells you that you are on the wrong path. It interprets friction as a stop sign. But this is a fundamental misunderstanding of the nature of creation. Obstacles are not in the way. They are the way. They are the essential ingredient for growth, the very mechanism that forges you into the person capable of holding the reality you desire. Think of a blacksmith forging a sword. The raw metal is not ready for battle. It must be subjected to intense heat and repeated, powerful hammering. It is the pressure, the impact, the stress that transforms the soft, pliable metal into a blade of tempered steel, strong and resilient. The obstacles in your life are the universe's fire and hammer. Each challenge you overcome literally strengthens your neural architecture. Neuroscience calls this neuroplasticity. By facing something difficult and getting through it, you are rewiring your brain for resilience. You are teaching your nervous system that you can handle stress and uncertainty. You are building what is called self-efficacy, the deep, embodied belief in your own ability to succeed. If you want $1 million business, you must first become the person who can handle the stress, the decisions, and the responsibility of running that business. The universe will not give you the $1 million first. It will give you the problems that, once solved, will make you the person who can easily generate and manage that level of success. So when you hit a wall, do not retreat. Do not see it as a sign of failure. See it as your training ground. Ask the question, what quality is this obstacle here to forge in me? Is it patience? Is it courage? Is it creativity? Embrace the challenge as a gift, because on the other side of that resistance is a stronger, more capable, and more powerful version of you. As you begin to take action, as you make that decision to step out of your comfort zone, you will be met by an old and powerful force, fear. It will show up in your body as a tightness in your chest, a pit in your stomach, a racing mind. It will whisper all of the reasons why you should stop, why you will fail, why it is safer to go back to what you know. It is crucial in this moment to understand what fear truly is. From a neurological perspective, fear is a primitive survival program run by a small, almond-shaped part of your brain called the amygdala. Its only job is to keep you alive by scanning for threats based on past experiences and potential dangers. It cannot distinguish between a real physical threat, like a saber-toothed tiger, and a perceived emotional or social threat, like the possibility of being rejected or failing at a new venture. To your amygdala, they are the same. Therefore, the fear you feel is not an accurate prediction of your future. It is a memory of the past. It is an echo of a survival mechanism that is no longer serving your evolution. The key is to learn to separate yourself from this biological reaction. You are not your fear. You are the consciousness that is aware of the feeling of fear. You can observe it without becoming it. When it arises, do not fight it or suppress it. Acknowledge it. Say, "Hello, fear. I see you. I know you are trying to protect me based on old programming. Thank you for that. But I am the one in charge now, and I am choosing to move forward." This act of conscious acknowledgement disarms the fear. You are stepping out of the role of the victim of the emotion and into the role of the observer. Every time you act in spite of fear, you are sending a powerful new signal to your body and your genes. Epigenetics shows us that our choices and perceptions can influence which genes are expressed. By repeatedly choosing courage, you are literally instructing your cells to activate genetic pathways for resilience and strength. You are not just changing your mind. You are changing your biology. You are forging a new identity, cell by cell, decision by decision. We have come full circle. The end of life is not the enemy. The unlived life is. The moments, days, and years lost to the waiting room of tomorrow are the true tragedy. You are standing in a field of infinite potential, and your power to create is not in your future intentions, but in your present decision. Your life is a masterpiece waiting to be sculpted, but you are still just staring at the block of marble, hesitating to make the first cut. Reality is not something that happens to you. It is a co-creation, a dance between your consciousness and the quantum field. But the field cannot respond until you make a move. The ancient Vedanta philosophy states, you are what your deep driving desire is. As your desire is, so is your will. As your will is, so is your deed. As your deed is, so is your destiny. Your destiny is not written in the stars. It is written in your daily deeds, in the small, courageous choices you make when no one is watching. So I ask you, what is the one decision you have been postponing out of fear? What conversation have you been avoiding? What project have you been delaying? What first step have you been putting off until you feel ready? The illusion of readiness must die for your true life to begin. The universe is not waiting for your perfection. It is waiting for your participation. The power to collapse all potential into a magnificent lived reality is within you, right now. It is activated by a single unwavering choice. So, make the choice. Cut off the other possibilities. Feel the fear, thank it for its concern, and take the first step anyway. Pick up the phone. Write the first sentence. Go for the walk. Your entire future pivots on the axis of the action you take in this present moment. Your real life is waiting for you, just on the other side of your hesitation. Begin now.